What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I want to talk about Star Wars Unlimited. I want to talk about the second set. I want to talk about Shadows of the Galaxy, because we know some stuff. We've not had a big reveal of the set where they're like, boom, here's all of the themes, here's a couple of leader cards, here's a product lineup, here's a release date or any of that. What we have had is a bunch of information coming from different places that we can all whack together and go, hey, who's hyped for the second Star Wars Unlimited set? Because I am. I've not made as many Star Wars Unlimited videos as I might like on this channel, though moving forward for the next few months, I'm hoping to make a whole bunch more. But I'm telling you right now, I am in on Star Wars Unlimited. And I am not the only one, let's be clear. I am not the only one who's in on Star Wars Unlimited. This is not a game that had the hype coming out of One Piece. It didn't. Not being rude, this did not have the same hype on release as something like One Piece had. But I'm telling you right now, this game is doing a proper job slow burn, and it's doing very, very nicely. And this is a game we should all be getting very excited about. This game is awesome. But we're all currently sitting here kind of having a bit of fun, talking about Sparks of Rebellion, playing Sparks of Rebellion, buying way too many pre-release kits of Sparks of Rebellion. I don't need any more pre-release kits. I really don't. But I kind of want to buy another one now. Love those pre-release kits. But we need to start talking about the second set, which is, of course, Shadows of the Galaxy. It's currently slated with a July release date. And although this is not what we're talking about today, Twilight of the Republic is coming in November. And this is actually important, because that is a deviation from what a lot of TCGs might expect. From TCGs like One Piece, Pokemon, etc., we have learned to expect 4 sets a year, one every 3 months. That is not what we're getting from Star Wars Unlimited. We are getting 3 sets a year, one every 4 months. March, July, November. We're going every 4 months here. That means 3 sets a year rather than 4. Is that a problem? No. Honestly, not at all. There is a massive upside in that players who are collecting the game are going to have an easier time of actually, having the time to collect it. Lovely. There is a downside in that players who are playing the game, they are going to see the metagame change more slowly than they might like. This is the downside, frankly. More time to complete each set, but the metagame changes a bit more slowly. I'm going to leave it to you, ladies and gentlemen, as to which one you prefer. But what do we know about the second set? Well, actually, the other day, we were shown this coming from Gamegenic. Now, I like Gamegenic, and look, let's be perfectly upfront about this. You've seen the videos I've posted on this channel. They have been extremely generous to me with the release of Star Wars Unlimited. They've sent me a bunch of cool stuff that I have shown off on this channel. Although I do have doubles of a couple of things, so maybe we should do a giveaway. But they've shared a bunch of stuff for the second set, and obviously now we can look at this and go, oh, cool. Now we know a bunch of stuff that's coming with Shadows of the Galaxy. We've got playmats there featuring a Rancor and the Mandalorian. And we've got 2 deck boxes featuring Rey and the Mandalorian, different art, different pose. And then 6 sets of sleeves featuring Moff Gideon, the Mandalorian, Rey, and Kylo. And then there's also some more generic logo sleeves like we saw with the first set release. And you will notice that the sleeves match the deck boxes. So the Mandalorian and Rey deck boxes and sleeves are the exact same art, but do not match the playmats. And seriously, I don't need a Star Wars Unlimited playmat. You saw from the boxes I opened, I have 2 little playmats, and I have the big double-sided playmat, which is the one I always want to use, incidentally. I don't need any more Star Wars playmats. But I kind of want both of these playmats because it would be amazing. Are we going to get other things like the big deck boxes that had Space Sea Leader, etc.? We don't know. This is what's been revealed. Any questions about, hey, Wassy, what about other products? Don't know. This is what's been revealed so far. This is what they've gone and shown off. This is what we have. And actually, some of this is linked to what we already know, because we are aware that there is going to be a 2-player starter set in set 2, as there was for set 1. And we know it's going to feature the Mandalorian against Moff Gideon. And I kind of adore this. And by kind of adore this, I mean in every way, shape, and form, completely and utterly adore this. Because, look, set 1, we had the Luke and Vader, alright? That was perfect. You kind of, if you're making a Star Wars TCG, you need to go Luke and Vader. The Star Wars deck building game, which incidentally isn't connected to Star Wars Unlimited, it is an FFG product, I would highly recommend checking that out. Full disclosure, they did actually send me one of these as well, because they're lovely people. So, I suppose there's maybe some bias, but seriously, it's a great game. Huge fan. Made by Caleb Grace, who is one of the designers of Marvel Champions, another game we have been, I'm going there, championing on this channel. And basically, it's great. But that was Luke and Vader. And the first starter deck for Star Wars Unlimited was Luke and Vader. It had to be. But now they've gone away from that, and by going for 2 characters from The Mandalorian, a fairly recent TV series, they're basically telling us we can go anywhere we like with this. We started off with the most traditional fight you could have, Luke and Vader, that is the Star Wars fight, and then they're like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, The Mandalorian was a really popular TV show, but it was still just a TV show that came around in the last few years. So they're basically saying, look, we're going to keep doing these 2-player starter sets, and we can go anywhere we like with these. It doesn't matter. I think that's awesome. And we have been told that it's going to, focus on things like smugglers and bounty hunters, and The Mandalorian is going to feature. Obviously, the sequel trilogy is going to feature in here. Didn't feature at all in Spark of Rebellion, but we've got sleeves and deck box with Kylo and Ren. So, gonna happen. And that means I can get my Poe Dameron and BB-8 cards, and I want my Poe Dameron and BB-8 cards. And we had a big focus on Rogue One in Spark of Rebellion. We had a bunch of cards from Rogue One. That was really cool. Now we're getting apparently a bunch of stuff from The Mandalorian. And I love that they're doing this. There's so much cool Star Wars stuff out there that they can just basically go wherever they want. And we've been told that they wanted to use all of Star Wars. And I'm telling you now, with a bunch of Rogue One in the first set and a bunch of Mandalorian in the second set, sure, we're always going to see a bunch of stuff from the original trilogy of movies. Everyone's favourite is the original trilogy of movies. But there's a lot more out there, and I love that they're starting to lean into it. Oh, and Golden Dice Podcast have shared with us that there was a panel at Gamma where they told us that the Bad Batch was going to be one of the themes for set 2. So, yay! Although I'll be honest, I've not watched that now. Should I watch it? Let me know in the comment section if I should be watching this. So that's what we know. We've got all of these Gamegenic products. This is not, again, confirmation there won't be any others. That's just what we've seen so far. We know that the 2-player starter set is going to be featured around The Mandalorian and Moff Gideon. Din Djarin. I keep saying The Mandalorian. I do know his name. Just keep saying The Mandalorian. Makes me happy. We also have the confirmation with the July release date, and there's only going to be 3 sets in 2024. We've also been told there's only going to be 3 sets in 2025. So, again, it's this situation of it's 3 sets a year, and I know some people are going to be really happy about that because, seriously, trying to collect TCGs, keep up with them, can be a pain. Having 1 fewer set a year can be a big help with that. But then also, by the same token, I know there are going to be players who want the metagame to be changing a little bit more often than that. And all I can tell you is, this is where we are. This is what we've got. And yeah, I know July is a way away at this stage. Sorry. But to be fair, we've only just seen the release of Spark of Rebellion. So it's not like we've had that for ages. There's plenty more to talk about with Star Wars Unlimited. Like I say, I'm going to try making videos more often for this. I'm hoping I can make that work. Time's a pain, ladies and gentlemen, but there's a lot I want to say about this game, a lot to cover, and I'm a big fan of this game. So hopefully, hopefully if you're watching this far into the video, you've checked it out. But if you haven't checked it out, seriously, advice from your old pal Wassy, I would check this out because this is awesome. Right, that's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. How excited are you for set 2? How are you getting on with set 1? Tell me all of this fun stuff in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Star Wars and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.